Sonic Racing CrossWorlds hosted an online network test last weekend, and like many other Sonic fans, I played it every damn chance I got. So, here's everything I have to say, from the good to the bad to everything in between. Let's get straight into it. The online network test started at around 9 p.m. PST on Friday, August 30th. Or so I thought. I misread the dates really badly, and as a result, I was honestly scrambling to get the stream started in time, but we did in fact manage to make it for the beginning of the online tests, as I begin to show footage of myself spamming login for 13 minutes. Now, before we continue, I want to make it clear that I'll be judging everything about the game as is shown within the ONT and nothing else. With that out of the way, the main gripe I have with the beginning is how the game makes you play a Grand Prix match before you're able to unlock, quote-unquote, the rest of the game, aka the online matches and other things. The entire 15-lap match took around 20 minutes, and while I do understand it's there so people can understand the basics and how to play amongst other things, I don't really think it's necessary because, well, you're going to be going into the track with a bunch of other noobs anyways. You're going to be able to learn your skills from there. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say for the first night. For the first 2 hours of the beta, I basically just played World Match like there was no tomorrow and ended off the night with a pretty close photo finish first place.
Come on! Come on! No! Come on, come on!
Now, just some quick context for what you guys are about to see. Because the leaderboards take some time to show up after a world match has ended, I was going off of the voice lines that Sonic said to determine my placing.
Good race, everyone.
As such, hearing the voice line that he usually says in second or third place kinda ticked me off. But then the leaderboards loaded in.
Oh!
Huh? I swear he doesn't say that. Does he say that? And with that, let's move on to day 2. After finishing classes on day 2, I literally did nothing but play CrossWorlds for the rest of the day, and that's not even exaggerating. Now, the main problem that I have with World Match after playing for so long is, first of all, the lack of defense items when you're in a high position. Now, I do realize that the items are supposed to be semi-luck based, and I do realize that there are gadgets that allow you to increase your chances of getting certain types of items when you're in a race. But as someone in first place, or second or third for that matter, and in the third lap, I should not be getting only punching gloves and bombs. As far as I'm aware, the only real way to defend yourself if you don't have any defense items in first place, in the case of the weights and the slime, you can dodge those by using a boost if you do have one, but in the case of a King Boom Boo, you literally cannot dodge it unless you somehow manage to charge up a level 4 drift boost whilst having the gadget for it, which personally I think really sucks because you literally do not have a way of charging up a level 4 boost most of the time on most of the maps. The only maps I can think of where you can charge up a level 4 boost close to the end of a map is probably Water Palace and maybe Sand Road. Those are the only two that I can think of where you might be able to pull it off. But other than that, you're going to need some crazy counter drifting skills. And this does kind of suck because with other items like the punching glove, at least you can counter it with one of your gloves or the bomb by throwing it backwards. But anyways, with all that out of the way, my other main complaint really is just the network infrastructure. When I was playing alone, network problems weren't really apparent per se. Throughout my 3 hours of playtime alone, I think I got disconnected like maybe once or twice, so it was kind of whatever. However, when I was playing with my friends for the other 5 hours of that stream, disconnects felt concerningly frequent. And the problem is that I don't really know how to avoid it, because what would happen is, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have experienced this as well, at least one of your members in your party would get disconnected at least 95% of the time. Like, it's not always like X person getting disconnected. Sometimes it's this person, sometimes it's that person, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's the fourth person on our squad. Like, it's completely fluctuating. And honestly, throughout our 5 hours of playtime, I think I only managed to play a full squad match, meaning all 4 of my squad members queued in, maybe once or twice. Most of my matches were 2 to 3 squad rounds, which kind of sucks because one person just gets disconnected, and what are they supposed to do? Most of the time they just end up running time trials, but like, that kind of sucks.
I got DC chat. We're cooked.
L. Okay, actually, host
I'm so glad I finally
communication.
found that shortcut too.
I got DC'd again. This game sucks.
Okay, well, it DC'd me with you this time. It said host connection was gone.
You know what's funny?
And I got DC'd again. Great.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god.
I got DC'd. That's awesome.
I got DC'd.
I don't feel like playing.
Never. Kibby, never mind. I just got DC'd. Invite me.
That's crazy. Now, I do understand that this is an online network test and connectivity issues are to be expected. But for a company as big as Sega, I was hoping for at least a bit better of an experience when you're playing online. Besides that, and the 1 5-minute wait I had to sit through around 3 hours into the stream, everything else was pretty alright. I really do enjoy the gameplay, especially when you're also playing with friends, and I honestly just had a ton of fun trying to maintain a high enough position, while also making sure I didn't target my friends by accident, because let's be for real here, if you're not trying to help your friends with their ranks as well when you're playing online, what kind of fun are you? Seriously though, I do think it's just known at this point that playing anything with your friends makes it much more fun than when you're playing alone. And yes, I do believe that does include CrossWorlds. Now, days 3 and 4 were honestly underwhelming at best. I played a lot with my friends off stream during the day on day 3, but come nighttime with the Joker Festival, and man, this was bad. I do want to give Sega a bit of a benefit of a doubt here because we were playing festival mode the moment it was available, but out of the 8 or so matches that me and my duo friend tried queuing for, at least 3 or 4 of them timed us out before we could even enter the damn match.
Wow.
2 of them DC'd my friend, and we had another 5-minute wait for one of the matches.
Oh my god, do you see that timer?
As such, I didn't really see any justification for trying out Festival, especially because save data was not going to be transferred to the real game upon release. And also just because the mechanisms weren't really my favorites. So what ended up happening was basically 5 hours worth of stream time just grinding time trials. But realistically, it was more like 10 because I also played a lot off stream. Now, thankfully, there was indeed one more day of the online network test. And so, after staying up until a time I'm honestly ashamed to admit, grinding nothing but time trials and finally getting the S tier on E Stadium like I originally wanted to do, I grinded World Match like there was no tomorrow, and before I knew it, I finished my final match of the online network test. Oh my god. Alright, well, finishing off 5th, I guess. Yes! Come on! I don't know. I don't know what I ended up. I don't know what I ended up with. 4th place. And I think that's it, right?
Nice.
9-16 is where I'm ending it. Right? Yep. Ultimately, I do think that Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is in a really good spot. Besides the connectivity issues that numerous players experienced, including myself, the ONT was honestly really fun. And thanks to experiencing the ONT, I did already place my order for CrossWorlds. As I've already said in the video, my main concerns really are just item balancing as well as connectivity issues, but seeing as though we do have a whole month to sort these problems out, I do think that Sega should be able to crush it and make CrossWorlds a smashing success. With that being said, thanks for attending and watching my crosstalk. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I'll see you on the track.